Robert here from Miami Children's Museum's Theater Troupe, and welcome to our celebration of Native American Heritage Month. We pass on stories from generation to generation, and we tell them in many different ways. Some of the earliest forms of storytelling include cave drawings and paintings. Today's Native American story will be told through watercolor paintings made by our friend Crystal, and I encourage you to tell your own stories using watercolors, crayons, or whatever you like. Today's folktale originates from the Kalapuya tribe and tells the story of how rivers were formed. The Kalapuya are Native Americans whose traditional homelands are in the Willamette Valley of Western Oregon. And this is Coyote and the Frog People.
The Coyote and the Frog People. Coyote was out hunting one day when he came across a big dentalia shell. Now, during this time, dentalia shells were used as a trade item. Coyote thought for a moment. He had an idea.
I'm taking this shell with me.
Coyote trekked along until he reached the Frog People. At this time, the Frog People had all the water. The Frog People's water was highly protected. It resided behind a very large dam. When anyone wanted any water to drink, cook with, or wash with, they had to go and get it from the Frog People.
Greetings, Frog People. I have traveled through quite some land to get here, and I have a big dentalia shell. I was wondering if you'd allow me to drink from your water.
Oh, you may do so with a favor in return.
What would you like?
Your shell.
The Frog People agreed to letting Coyote drink all the water he wanted, but only if Coyote would give them his shell. Coyote gave the Frog People his shell and smiled as he walked to the body of water.
I must warn you, I am very thirsty. I might be drinking for quite some time.
Ribbit. We can imagine your thirst after trekking all of this way. We understand. Do not worry.
Coyote began drinking and drinking. He drank for a very long time.
But for a coyote, you sure can drink. That is a lot of water.
Coyote popped up his head from below the water.
My apologies, I am just very thirsty.
The frog person, satisfied with Coyote's answer, left Coyote to continue drinking the water. After a while, the Frog People approached Coyote again.
Okay, Coyote, you are drinking too much water. This was more than we planned to give you. You must give us another shell.
Not to worry, Mr. Frog. I will give you another shell when I am done with this drink.
The Frog People did not like what was happening and wondered how a person could drink so much water. They figured that Coyote might be playing a trick on them, and they were right. Coyote was digging a hole under the dam all the time he had his head underwater. When Coyote had finished, he stood up and said,
That was a good drink. That was just what I needed.
It's about time.
Suddenly, the dam collapsed and all the water went out into the valleys and made the creeks and the rivers and the waterfalls we have today.
No! Our water!
It's everyone's water now!
The end.
And that was Coyote and the Frog People. Thank you so much for joining us today, and stay tuned for more programming as part of our celebration of Native American Heritage Month. Bye for now.